What's up, everybody? Old School NYC Gamer here once again with another video, and thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I do sincerely want to apologize for a video that I posted up a couple days ago for the Black Friday GameStop trash finds. The audio and video didn't sync up. I had to delete it. And lesson learned here, everybody. I will be using this camera that you're looking at right here for the finds from now on. Because as much as I don't mind using the iPhone 4 for, quick gameplay videos or a quick vlog or whatever, it just won't honestly work when I do my editing on Pinnacle Studio 15. So I'm just going to be using this camera from now on for that. Now, the long and short of what you saw was quite a few things that I found at least 4 GameStops. Now, of course, there was some extra footage I wasn't able to salvage at the end of that night, and there's quite a bit more stuff that I'm going to show you. Now, the cases itself were mainly Xbox 360 cases, and I do have a lot of loose Xbox games, and I put them back over there. Now they do look, the way they're supposed to, via Xbox. And, quite a few cases that I found. A few that I did want to show you, and I will show you really quick here, was I believe 5 games, actually. I'll show you what they were. This was Ninja Reflex for the Wii. And just to show you that there was a game in it, which I'm quite surprised. It's a bit scratched. I don't know if this will play or not. I will be shocked if it does. If not, at least I could use a case for it. So that was one of the ones over there. And then this was in a, which I want to laugh at here. If you could see, this is for the for Blockbuster, which I'm surprised. Of course, now they are mainly out of business when it comes to the retail stores. And this is Meet the Robinsons for the Wii. No manual for it, but of course this disc is pretty scratched up, beat to hell. I'll be surprised if this works. And this one I had to laugh at when I was over at the one GameStop in Chelsea, where I found all those cases, and there was about total anywhere between, I believe, 75 to about 77 cases. About 10 were really messed up. I had to trash those. But one of them actually had a game in it, and this was CSI Hard Evidence, based on the original CBS hit series. And of course, this is actually complete. And the game itself, if I could get it out here, it's actually not too bad. A few scratches, but if this does play, I will be surprised. So that was the other one right there. And the last bit that I showed was me at one of the GameStops near my house, and this is for Connect Adventures. So, of course, they have the disc in them. To be quite honest, I don't really give two craps about the Connect, so I'm actually probably going to donate these to a Salvation Army, of all things, which is shocking but true. And let me just show you some of the other cases really quick. Like I said, you got some Xbox 360 cases. You got some generic DVD cases. You got one Xbox 360. So like I said, I could use these mainly for some of my other loose games, or even my loose DVDs that I have in my living room. And these were some of the Xbox 360 Platinum cases right there for Dead Rising, Assassin's Creed, Army of Two, and Army of Two for the 40th Day. And let's see, what else did I find here? Okay, one of these loose Connect games. One of the other things, and one of the first stops that I found, was at the Tribeca GameStop. They had the box for it, but of course I have the box, but I didn't have this, and it's good to have it. And that is the Wii manual. So that's good to have that. Let's see what else I found. I'll save this one for a second really quick, and I think it's funny. Also at the Tribeca GameStop, I actually found a Nintendo 3DS XL Nerf case. A little beat to hell, but there's definitely a little bit of life left in this. And when I was over at the GameStop in Union Square, and will try to be quick with this story, it never hurts, to be quite honest, to go in and ask politely. They could always tell you no. Some GameStop employees are cooler than others. This one wasn't. He was pretty much a douchebag. He tried to be polite with me, but it wasn't working. The thing that kind of annoyed me with this one GameStop employee in Union Square, he basically flat out lied that they don't throw out their trash, that they have 1-800 pick up junk or whatever that company is to pick up their stuff. And we all honestly know they do hire private sanitation companies to pick up their trash. They're not going to go to the extent of using them. So don't lie to my face. That really annoys the living hell out of me. But anyway, they said that they never throw out their stuff. And of course, 2 days later, I was quite persistent. Went to that GameStop later that evening. I believe it was 2 days ago. And, of course, they said there was no trash there. And, of course, I look over and there was a bunch of stuff there. I kind of rooted around and did find some stuff. I will show you 1 second. I actually misplaced the one thing, and sorry for the little jittery camera movement there. I just almost knocked it over. Let me show you the one thing I did find. And of course, some of you out there will know what I'm talking about because you guys have, a lot of you on my channel have a 360. And I had to put it in here just so it wouldn't get as damaged. But if it plays, I'll be surprised. And that is Battlefield 3 for the 360, and I believe this is the multiplayer co-op. So I don't know if I could play this on its own. I would rather play the campaign because I'm not really into online. But you can see here the disc is pretty scratched. I think even though if it gets resurfaced, it actually can play pretty decently. That was one of the things I found there. Other thing was, like I said, I'm on the lookout for cases, as I always say. Mainly for my Game Boy and GBA games. And of course I found 3 3DS cases right there. Let's put it over there. Let's move it over here so you can see a little better. And I did find one other thing that was cool that I liked. And it was for the PSP. It's one of my favorite games. Burnout Legends. And it is in pretty good condition. Has the manual, just doesn't have the game. Not a big deal. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I was pretty psyched to see this. If it had the game, I really would have been freaking out. And that is Castlevania Lords of Shadow for the 360. Now, of course, I didn't realize, this was semi-loose when I saw it. But I didn't know this, like I said, because, with New Gen Gaming, they do put, like, specific kinds of, collector's editions and whatnot. So I don't know if this is a collector's edition or not. But this is really cool. Like, not only is this a book, but it definitely has some really good detail on the work itself. Wait, I think I do see something, people. Wait a minute. I see a disc. Of course, I didn't check this. Wow, well, that's awesome. There's actually a soundtrack for the game. So, of course, really quick, I just wanted to show you. I don't want to put too many fingerprints on the game, but it's like a lot of awesome artwork for the game here. And of course, I said this is the Lords of Shadow soundtrack. It does come with the disc right there, as you saw. And this is the track listing, but sadly, there is no games. It does come with the manual. But yeah, if anybody's honestly looking for this, I mean, I might keep it. I'm not too sure yet. But if someone's looking for this and they have the games, but they don't have the cover and all this, if you're up to trade this with me, feel free to drop me a PM. Don't leave a comment. Feel free to drop a PM. And that's it, people. Yeah, so like I said, you just honestly have to be quite persistent when it comes to this stuff here at GameStop. Some employees will be pretty cool about, giving you a few cases here and there. And some, like that one at Union Square, are just going to be complete douchebags. A lot of other GameStop dumpster diving videos, I have seen quite a bit of stuff. I've seen kiosks and all kinds of other things. But the other thing I did forget to mention, I was going to finish this, is the last GameStop by my house threw quite a bit of stuff out. And I'm saving this for a couple of people. I'm not going to say who they are, but they will be surprised when I send it to them. Of course, when Xbox One did the launch, GameStop employees had to wear specific shirts. Now, this is one of them. Of course, I'm not going to open these, the Xbox One release shirts. And sadly, they're double XL because that's the only size I found. I found 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, try 11 of these shirts, people. 11, yeah. So, a couple of these I'm actually going to give to some coworkers of mine at work. And some I'm going to save for specific people who are into the Xbox or Microsoft stuff and, wouldn't mind having an extra shirt for the hell of it. And that's about it, people. Thank you so much for watching. And, for future reference, I will be using this camera here for GameStop, dumpster finds, trash finds, just so I know when I do the editing, it's not going to off sync. Once again, thank you for watching, everybody. Feel free to check me out on Facebook and Twitter. And, you know, don't forget, I don't really upload yet a lot on Dailymotion, but I do have the links down there so you can check out all the channels and my Facebook and Twitter. And that's about it. Have a good day, everybody, and take care. Cheers.